Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, I know, and I am very sorry that I made like 3 videos and dipped off the YouTube. But I'm back and I wanted to do really an updated skincare routine because I feel like last time I talked skincare, I was still very new to figuring out, what skincare was working for me. I was just getting into it, right? So like I had all these products that I was using, but it was still very new and there's always so much to learn. So I'm back and I want to show you now, like, gosh, I think it's been like a year, but I have like some skincare essentials and like, I'm always rotating things in and out, but I wanted to show you what I'm using now, what my favorites are, and yeah, just kind of like my everyday grabs. So without further ado, here it is. It's all in a basket. Now, if you're a true fan, the 3 of you that are true, you've been here for a minute, you'll remember that I had a skincare fridge, and I still do. However, tragedy has struck, and that said skincare fridge no longer works. I do have another one. I just haven't set it up yet. It's also not the same color, so I'm not as moved to use that one because it kind of just throws everything off. But I do still love the skincare fridge. I don't know, like, I just needed to switch it up, and I started, this pile kind of just like collected over time of like things that I was grabbing at night, right? Because sometimes I would, go through a phase where I just didn't want any skincare, or like I just wanted some moisturizer at night. So over time, this little basket had just accumulated, and it's really become like my everyday, every night, I should say, go-to pile. So let me organize it real quick, and I'll take you through it. All right, we're back. Sorry, I look a little rough. It's the end of the day, so I'm not as cute as I once was, like this morning. But I'm not really sure how to do this. Like, typically I'll kind of figure it out what I want to do to my skin like the night of. So like I kind of have like a vitamin C routine, and then I'll have like, more of a retinol routine. But I'll just kind of take you through everything. I'll tell you the brands that I'm loving, because honestly, like, there's no like there is a routine, but there's not, right? Like, I really just kind of like listen to my skin, see what it needs. If it looks dry, I'll moisturize it. If it's looking dull, I'll give it some brightening serums. So let's talk brands. Lately, I have been loving Derma E brands. I have a bunch of different stuff from them. They just have really good moisturizers, at least that I've tried so far. They have tons and tons of other products, but so far I have been using the Advanced Peptides and Collagen Moisturizer from them. And then the other moisturizer from them, I've been doing the Vitamin C. They're both kind of like nighttime creams. Well, this one specifically is, but I use both for that reasoning. But they're pretty thick, but also not. Like, they go on a little bit thicker, but absorb really nicely into the skin. So I love this brand, and they are 100% vegan, cruelty-free, just clean products. But I also just love the way how they feel on my skin. They all have nice smells, nothing too crazy. And then the other Derma E product I've been using, which is not a moisturizer from them, is their Microderm Abrasion Scrub, which I really have been liking as well. And you only need a little bit. You get a lot, obviously, but you just need a tiny, tiny bit. I'll insert a photo right here, if I can be fancy like that. So yeah, I really love that brand. Okay, another brand off the bat I really like is The Ordinary. I kind of started with this brand as well, but I've still just really like grown to like their serums and what they do for my skin. You can see my little collection here, and again, I'll go more in depth here in just a minute. I just want to give you a high level of the brands I want to just give some love to because they're awesome. So yeah, Ordinary, they are all super, super cheap and affordable, but the quality of their products is really high, I feel. So, you know, I think most of their products range from like $5-ish all the way up to like 14, depending what you get. So it's pretty reasonable. And again, like they last for a relatively long time. And then just Derma E, they're also pretty affordable, definitely a little bit more pricier compared to the Ordinary. Like for example, I think this cream was like 20 bucks. So that's not bad. And then these two were a little bit more pricey. I want to say like 30 to 35. So definitely a little bit pricier. But you know, these will definitely last for a good long time. No, they're not crazy expensive, but you know, $35 for a moisturizer, like, yeah, not my favorite number, but whatever. Okay, so here are my essentials. I always do an eye cream. I don't really have a favorite, I'll be honest. I've tried a different couple of them, and there are some that I like, but I always just kind of rotate through them. Eye cream's also one of those ones that's just like is always expensive. I mean, to be fair, like at least me personally, I use like such a tiny amount. So like it's kind of worth it if that's, you know, if you can justify it that way. Like this one, for example, it's by Algenist. I got it through one of my FabFitFun boxes. Now, normally it would retail for like, I want to say this one's like, I don't want to lie, but I'm going to say it's like around $60. It's pricey for an eye cream, especially when it's this small. But I've been using it for a while, and like you can just see I've like barely made a dent in it. I'll use some right now. Just like I literally like wipe my finger on it ever so slightly, and then we'll put it under my eye right around. So like, and sometimes I can get 2 eyes out of that. So like I said, this will last me forever. Another eye cream that I started with, if you remember, and it's been a while, but I always loved that one, was the IT Cosmetics eye cream. That one was fabulous. Same kind of deal, definitely not as pricey, still pricey though. Like, I want to say it was like 40 bucks. But if you get it on one of Ulta's sales, when they do like the 50% off skin sale, they'll usually have that in rotation. You can snag it for 50% off, highly recommend. Haven't done it because every time they've had the sale, I've been like going through an eye cream, but that's also a fan fave. And then this other eye cream I've been using is this Verso Super Eye Serum. Again, got it in my FabFitFun box. Another pricier serum. I think this one wasn't as pricey as the other two though. This one's more of a retinol super eye serum, but I've grown to like it. My skin didn't love it at first, just because depending on the retinol that you're using, sometimes your skin is not a fan of it, or you kind of have to like introduce it slowly at a time. But I do really like this one. So regardless, any eye cream is good. You just want to have something that you're putting under your eyes. So I don't have a favorite. I just like to use something, and something good. You know, I've used the CeraVe one as well. Wasn't a huge fan of that one. It just felt like their regular body face moisturizer, so it was a little thicker for my liking. But again, you can kind of test the waters, and like, unfortunately, eye cream, just as much as I've looked, it's one of those things that's always kind of pricier. So do your research, you know what you're looking for. If you struggle with bagginess or you want to work on wrinkles, just look for those key factors, and then you should be able to make your choice from there. Moving right along. What do I want to talk about next? I don't know. I'm sure everyone has heard of this. It's the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant salicylic acid. It's a mouthful, but it is wonderful. I'm going to be using it tonight on a possible problem area. no lie. Again, little pricier. And like when I say pricey, like, you know, obviously we're not talking about hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but like it, you know, to each their own. Skincare is pricey though. Like unless you're like invested in like, again, I don't know, like I think this is, oh gosh, I want to say it's $30. Yeah, I'm right. It's $30. It's not terribly pricey. Like it's not, but like I'm always like, ugh, I have to buy it again, but it's always worth it. It is. This one does go a long way as well. Like when I do use it, and I only use it like maybe once a week, or if I have a problem area, I'll only use like a couple drops of it. And again, it'll last for, I'm trying to think how long I had the last one. I don't know, a couple of months. So like you can kind of think of it that way. Like, you know, if you're going to invest in it, at least like it can last you a decent long time. And this one works so many wonders. You know, just salicylic acid in general, you should have in your lineup. It's just good if you have problem areas, if you have bumps. But I always really like this one here. For specifics, it'll unclog and shrink enlarged pores, smooths an even skin tone, and it's lightweight and absorbs quickly. All of that is true. I use the liquid one. I know they have a gel one, but I personally like to just put it on a like cotton pad and go over some of my problem areas, or I'll occasionally get like some texture here. I'll put it on once, twice a week, and very shortly that will disappear. So always recommend that. Yeah, highly recommend. Another BHA solution, which is, you know, along those lines of salicylic acid, is this Ordinary mask. Much more affordable, but wouldn't recommend using this like as frequently as you probably would the Paula's Choice. This is an AHA, BHA peeling solution, so it's kind of like a chemical mask, if you will. I will use this if just like my skin is going through a time and like I just want to shed it. I will say, with this being a chemical mask, you have to be careful. It's much more affordable than Paula's Choice. It's like $6.80, which is a steal for what this product can do. You literally only need 10 minutes. Do not go above that. And if you do, I am not responsible. But for me personally, and it literally says 10 minutes because, you know, of the power of the ingredients. So 10 minutes only. It definitely tingles my skin, gives it a slight, I don't want to say burn, that's not a great word, but it definitely is very sensitive. And it's never anything uncomfortable. Like I always listen to my skin, and like, you know, if we're X amount of time in and it's just like on fire, of course I'm going to take it off. I'm not going to leave it on the whole 10 minutes if my skin is screaming at me. Normally I do leave it on the whole 10 minutes, and then I'll just wipe it off and make sure I really get it all off my face, and then I'm done with skincare. I'm not going to keep piling stuff on just because this is, again, a really strong solution. So I will only use this every now and then. And I don't know, it's just like kind of like a reset for my skin, like a deep reset. But it's great if you have, you know, some struggle areas, or you're not loving your skin. If this makes sense for you, I highly recommend it. Again, do your research. But I highly recommend this one, and I love this in terms of a quick exfoliating mask, if you will. All right, moving on to one of my newfound favorites, and I'm trying to think if I had one of these when I started on my skincare journey. I don't feel like I did, but I have discovered my love for retinols. You know, I've been reading articles. I'm 25 now. We're not trying to age. Not that I'm aging, although every now and then I'll, you know, feel like I see a fine line or something. So, retinol, God's gift. And I'm so glad that I started using it when I did, because I really do feel like my skin has reflected that. And they always say the skin you take care of in your 20s is the skin you have in your 30s and 40s and the 50s, yada, yada, yada. So, highly recommend you get a retinol if you don't have one already. Again, retinols are strong, so do your research. If you see an esthetician or a dermatologist, talk to them about it. I kind of just jumped in. I think there are different levels of retinols for sure, so just try. Wouldn't jump in blind. For reference though, I started with a CeraVe one, which I really loved. It was kind of like a serum, and it wasn't too strong. And then from there, I tried to see like what the next step was, because I was getting to a point where I could, you know, use it more frequently. So I kind of just, you know, saw what made sense. I think the CeraVe one was like 0.25, and now one of them is a 0.5 that I use, but do your research. I really do rotate all around, and I'm going to show you the retinols in my rotation. So I have, is this all I have? I guess this is all I have. I have 3 retinols that are currently in use. Here they are. So one of them, actually 2 of them. This one is from The Ordinary. It's their Retinol 0.5 and Squalene. It's not my favorite, I'll be honest. It's a little oily for my liking. But if I want to like use some light therapy, I might gravitate towards this. However, the other 2 I really like. Ordinary's Buffet. Love this. Highly recommend. This is the one I think is $14, but again, will last you a good long time. And I think they have a bigger bottle, maybe. This one I think also has other things besides retinol in it. Like, I think it's called Buffet because it quite literally gives your skin a buffet of all super great ingredients that it needs. It's a multi-technology peptide serum. So yeah, you're getting great stuff with the Buffet, and I use it all the time. And then if I want a higher dose of retinol, I will use the Sunday Riley A+ high dose retinoid serum. And again, another fan. I'd always wanted to try this. Again, I got it in a FabFitFun box because normally I want to say this is around like $70 to $80, give or take. So again, that's definitely on the higher end of serums, at least for me personally. If that's in line with you, go off, get your serums. But yeah, I've been a fan of Sunday Riley and have also been enjoying this so far. I do like that it's a bigger bottle. Again, I don't use it every day, so this should last me a decent amount of times. But retinols, I just feel like they're keeping the wrinkles away, they're keeping my skin in check, and if you're not using a retinol and you're over 25, you need to go out and you need to get one. That's all I'm going to say. Again, teach their own, but I love retinol. It's probably the one thing in skincare I'm most obsessed with right now. But I just like anything anti-aging, I am 110% all in. I'm all for, and I'm just like slathering it on. Again, I know I'm young, but I'm all about like preventing it now. And you know, I have a stressful job. Sometimes I'll like be wrinkling. So anything, that was a weird noise. Anything I can do to prevent the wrinkles and the aging, I'm gonna do. All right, moving right along. This is kind of in the retinol line, but not. Another one by The Ordinary. This is their Argiline Solution. Also really good for wrinkles. I think someone coined this as like their Botox in a bottle. So immediately, of course, when I heard that, ran and got it. It targets the appearance of dynamic fine lines. So if I like want a like little Botox night, I'll put some on like any area that I think I could get. Maybe I have like a slight fine line. So yeah, I've been a fan of this one. I use it like, you know, every now and then. Like, it's not in my regular arsenal, if you will, but love this one so far. And like I said, anything anti-aging, I'm taking it in, and I'm putting it on. All right, let's get into like some vitamin C stuff. I don't have a ton of vitamin C, and that's probably something I should expand on. But I have a couple serums. I have the Summer Fridays CC Me serum, and then I also have the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. This one's been all right. I don't know that I've seen a ton with it. I think I just maybe, I don't know. It smells great. It smells like a dreamsicle. But if I feel like my skin is kind of sticky when I use it, I don't know. I do really like the brand, and I want more from them, but again, pricey. Whatever. This one got in a FabFitFun box. I think I just looked up the price the other day because I think it's more on the price set. I don't know. I think it's like $40. But I got it in my box, so that's why I was all for it. I do really like this. I don't know that I would repurchase it once I'm out, just because not a huge fan of the price, but I've been liking what it's doing. Definitely more than this one. I'm sorry, but I have. And then I will use my vitamin C night cream by Derma E, and it's a lovely combo. And just like having the night cream by itself for the vitamin C, I feel like really refreshes my skin. So huge fan of vitamin C, looking to expand that line in my everyday skincare, but recommend those for sure. I recently discovered that once you turn 25, your body, or your skin, probably both, does not produce collagen on its own anymore. Or I guess maybe like it's after you turn 25. I don't know, one of them, but it's not catching me. So I've been trying to incorporate more collagen into my skin. Insert these two bad boys. I have the Dr. Brandt Collagen Serum, and then I have the Derma E Skin Restore Advanced Peptides and Collagen Moisturizer. Big fan. This one is a little bit smaller. I got it in a FabFitFun box. Don't hate, and don't worry, I canceled the subscription. But yeah, I have really been liking that one, and I'm looking forward to trying more of, collagen serums, or just finding a way to incorporate it overall into my skincare. This was one of the moisturizers I had really wanted to try just for that reason alone, because after I'd gotten the vitamin C one from them, I was like, okay, I want another moisturizer for when I don't want to have a vitamin C night. So I went with their peptides and collagen moisturizer, because I was like, I want to find something else, but that's still thick. Yeah, doing the good Lord's work. And here we are. So big fan of this. Really all of their stuff. I've really been loving Derma E. Big shout out to you. Only other moisturizers I have are by CeraVe, and we all know and love them. I have their regular one that I will use all the time if I want a slug or just like want a really thick moisturizing night. And then this one, sorry, it's super dirty because I mix it with Tanner occasionally. This one is their Skin Renewing Night Cream. This one was awesome. I'm like out of this one, like out. I absolutely loved this one though. Just like when I felt like I was doing a lot to my skin on a given night, like as far as like treatments, I would put that one on just to give it like a little extra love, and was always super happy. So like, for example, if I, did this exfoliant on my skin one night, don't worry, it's fine, I would then use this. So I will definitely be restocking on that one. Just good to have. I like to just, maybe this is excessive, but like I've just accumulated all these things over my journey. But I just like to have like different things on hand for what my skin needs, which, maybe that's not where you are in your skincare journey, and that's cool. Like, again, I've been on this path for like, I don't even know, a couple years now. So I've kind of like expanded, and like, being a part of those subscription services, be them as they may, they're pricey, and you know, maybe not always practical, but I knew that I would get high quality products from them and I wanted to try them, and maybe I wouldn't normally try them on my own. So that was worth it for me, at least for the short term, to just like get some more products that I could try, see what I liked. So yeah, that is why I just have like a variety sitting around, just because some nights I might want something different or a little bit stronger, and some nights I don't, and I just want something super, super simple. So it's up to you. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, what do we got left? We're almost there. Yeah, okay. One last, or no, I think I have like 2 more things. A little bit random. No, it's not random. I think I have 2 more things. The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. Love this from them. Again, this is like my second bottle from them. I was using another one before, also from CeraVe. They have it again in like a pump serum, and I really enjoyed that one. But this one's a little bit easier. I probably would switch back and forth. You know, I'm not married to one or the other. And I always like to try different ones from different lines, just to see how they fit and how they feel. Some might do better than others, but I always love having a hyaluronic acid on hand. And again, like maybe you can find something where it's already incorporated if you don't want to be buying all these products. But Ordinary's is relatively cheap. I think that one, $7. Really hope I haven't been lying about all these prices, but you get the gist. You can do the research. But yeah, again, pretty affordable, and they range. If you don't want the Ordinaries or you want someone else's, you can find good ones, high-end one, low-end ones. But yeah, you never know what's gonna work for your skin. So yeah. Okay, last thing I have for you, if you've made it to the end of this long video, which I'm sorry, there's just like so many things to talk about. It's kind of skincare, kind of not, but a special treat for you are the Tanologist Express Tan Drops. And you're like, Kelsey, that's not skincare. Why is it in the video? Well, I'll tell you. These are from Target, and I have been loving them. This one is the face and body drops, and then this one is just like their tan water. I get it. This doesn't really fit, but what I will do, because I'm obsessed with having like some type of color in the dead of winter, I will take either of these, mix them in with like either a serum or a moisturizer, or I'll just put it right on my face and still go in, and it's beautiful. These are really wonderful. They're super concentrated, and you can see it's just definitely a little bit older. It was clear at one point, but it's oxidized a little bit. This is much more recent. I love these though. I used to work in a tanning salon way back in the day, so I know the terrible tanning smells, and I've tried a lot of it. These don't have it. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I have allergies right now, I guess. These do not smell, which is crazy. I mean, like, you might smell it a little bit the next day, but I mean, it is not like some of the really bad ones. And again, like, these are pretty affordable. I think they both are at like $20 at Target. Have light, medium, dark, express, I'm gonna say, maybe in something. So yeah, if you're looking for a way to add a little color into your skincare routine, this is a super easy way. Again, I'll either mix some of these into my serums, or sometimes I'll just apply it right on my face, or I will spray this on my face. I will say, with this being more concentrated, you literally need only a little bit. So like, for instance, like, you could do like a whole drop, or I'll usually do like a couple drips. Again, you customize to what you think you need. This, usually a couple sprays, is like the equivalent, a little bit lighter, since, you know, this is obviously straight concentrate. But with this, watch your hands because they will get it, especially if you're like rubbing it all in. It's the only thing I've seen. I'm not opposed to it, especially when I'm on Google Meets and they can only see my hands and face. So, you know, I don't really mind an orange hand the next day, but it's certainly not preferred. But I think that's everything. I don't even know if this video made sense. I hope you liked it. If not, I'm truly sorry. I'm gonna try and do more videos again. I apologize, they're just pretty time consuming and it takes a minute for me to get down and sit down and, you know, try and get my thoughts out. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know, and please let me know what your favorites are. Like I said, I'm always trying to expand and find new products that I love. One more time, I am not a licensed dermatologist or esthetician. This is merely just what I like to use, what I've tried and trialed and errored and listened to my skin for. So I'm not an expert, but can always talk about it and, you know, speak to my experiences, which is what we're here for. So thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, you are awesome. Hope you have a great day, and yeah, I'll see you soon.